Hey, this is Andrew Brown from Exam Pro, and we are taking a look at availability zones. So availability zones, commonly abbreviated as AZ, and I'll frequently be using the term AZ, is physical locations made up of one or more data centers. So a data center is a secured building that contains hundreds or thousands of computers. And this is one of my favorite graphics I like to show. Of course, AWS would never have a dog in their data center, but I just thought that would be fun. A region will generally contain 3 availability zones. And I say generally because there are some cases where we will see less than 3, so there might be 2. Data centers within a region will be isolate from each other, so there will be in different buildings, but they will be close enough to provide low latency, and that is within the 10 milliseconds or less, so it's very, very low. It's common practice to run workloads in at least 3 AZs to ensure services remain available in case 1 or 2 data centers fail, and this is known as high availability, and this generally is driven based on regulatory compliance. So a lot of companies, they have to at least be running in 3 AZs, and that's why AWS tries to always have at least 3 AZs within a region. AZs are represented by a region code followed by a letter. So here, you'd have US East 1, which would be the region, and then the A would represent the particular availability zone in that region. So a subnet, which is related to availability zones, is associated with 2 availability zones. So you never choose an AZ when launching resources. You always choose a subnet, which is then associated to an AZ. A lot of services, don't even require you to choose a subnet because they're fully managed by AWS. But in the case of like virtual machines, you're always choosing a subnet, okay? So here is a graphical representation or a diagram that's representing 2 availability zones. So here we have the region US East 1 and US West 2, and then we have our 2 AZs. So here's 1A and 1B. And so these are effectively the subnets, okay? And so within those subnets, then you can see, or availability zones, you will see that we have 2 virtual machines, okay? So the US East 1 region has 6 AZs, and I thought that's just kind of like a fun fact because it is the most out of every single one. I don't think anyone comes close to US East 1, but of course it is the most popular. It is the first region, or so it's not a surprise that that one has that many, eh?